Hello, I'm Rachel, and if you're listening, you probably already knew that. At the end of 2018, I made a New Year's resolution to read more. I asked people on my social media sites to put together a list of 2 books per month to help me achieve this goal. This podcast is to help me stay on track, and sometimes I'm joined by the person who suggested the book or another guest. This one is coming pretty late. This month has been hectic for me. I don't know exactly what I'm going to be reading next off my list, but if you have a suggestion for me and want to get together to talk about it, I'll accept that too. This fortnightly suggestion came from Dana, The Gender Game by Forrest. Thanks, Dana. And now, without further ado, I actually had to return my copy before I could write down the first few lines of the book. Please forgive me, it has been a hectic last few weeks. So first of all, I had never heard of this book before reading it, and the copy I was able to find had that small press feel to it. Like the book just feels self-published. When you work in a bookstore, books start to feel different. Unlike if you work at a library where just about every book has a plastic protective cover over it. Anyways, I had never heard of this book, which is book 1 in a 6-part series. The Gender War is part 3, so it's pretty sprawling. If you misread the title of this video and thought I was doing The Hunger Games, or a variation, you are in good company. Just about every major reviewer and publisher online has made that same connection, and I can't figure out why. The book follows a girl named Violet who is, in the beginning, trying to get her younger brother across the river that separates the kingdoms of Matris and Patras. If you know any Latin, like I do, you will recognize these as the words for mother and father, and the cities are broken up as such. On one side we have Matris, which is sort of an Amazonian society in the Greek sense because it's ruled by women and has strict laws favoring women. If you are a man, you have to go through harsher tests than women to deem you not a threat to the peace. If you live in Patras, it's basically any modern society designed to keep women indoors, so at least the female side is a nice change of pace. Although people of both of these genders can live on either side, it is obviously better for them, personally, to live on the side matching that gender identity. The author has no interest in other genders, necessarily, besides these two, so deeper discussions into transgender folk, non-binary folk, bigender folk, agender folk are not available in this book. Maybe later in this series, but I am not holding my breath, despite the fact that reviewers also bring up Divergent, which I have neither seen nor read. Again, the only connection is that these are teen dystopia books with quote-unquote strong female characters. Violet tries to sneak her brother on a boat across the river, but gets caught, of course, since this is the only way to get to the other city, basically. They are caught and she is put in a detention facility with other girls who are a menace to society. Some girls are actually dangerous, some are only there for minor infractions. If anything, I would compare this to the comic Bitch Planet, where women are put on a jail asteroid for things as small as cutting their hair the wrong way. Violet is actually pretty dangerous, having killed someone before, and kills someone in the facility when she rips the only picture of Violet's brother. Violet is, of course, recruited to work for the government after this. This is like if Nick Fury asked Hawkeye to join the Avengers Initiative in the middle of Endgame when he's running around killing people. I'm looking for someone with a specific set of murder skills. This is, like I said, a 6-part series, so I guess it takes a while to come to the conclusion titled The Gender End. Good work, everyone! Gender is over, and we're all saved. Thank you so much for your service, Forrest. I'm going to give this book a 7 out of 10. It's kind of an interesting concept that I personally hadn't really thought of before, and it was fairly well executed for what it was. However, I took a look at the number of books afterwards and just sort of decided not to continue on. So that is my number of Rachels for this week. If you have any thoughts on it, please feel free to leave a comment below. Thanks for joining me this week. I hope we're going to end gender in 2019. I'm so sick of it, y'all. Thanks, and Happy New Year. I want to break down the cover super quick because game is the largest word here, so it really does lead you towards thinking this is going to be a Hunger Games knockoff, even though it's just not. This is like an RPG level. This is someone saying, all right, adventurers, you come to a town ruled by women. Also, in a world divided by gender, both of your genders live in the only two cities left on Earth. Or maybe they aren't, and we'll see more of the world in the other 5 books. Also, Bella Forrest, you really did throw me off with the golden symbol on all of your books because it is dangerously close to the transgender symbol.